when I first read the script, you can't quite put your finger on what kind of movie this is. And I think that confuses audiences, definitely, because, I mean, it's not a movie for everybody. It's pretty dark, it's pretty messed up, it's got a twisted sense of humor. But I love the fact that James Gunn, the writer-director of Super, was able to put in so much absurd comedy, but it's also really heartfelt. And then there's Charles Bronson action sequences, and love stories, and special effects and animation sequences. And it all fits together really seamlessly into one crazy world. I was on the set of The Office, and I was talking to Jenna Fisher, who plays Pam, and she used to be married to James Gunn. And true story, she said, you know, Rainn, I was talking to James last night, and I said, James, why don't you ever do anything with that script Super that you wrote some years ago? It was always my favorite script of yours. And he goes, well, I can't think of anyone to play the lead. And she said, what about Rainn? And he was like, oh, that's a great idea. So he sent it over to me. I went over to Dwight's desk, printed it out, read it in my trailer. I started reading it. I was 22 pages in. And I responded to the script in the way that we just talked about. And I texted James and I said, I'm in. That's it. I'm only 22 pages in, but my hands are trembling. Yeah. And I really was profoundly moved and disturbed by the script. It's a very interesting love scene with me and Ellen Page. There's two love stories that go on in the movie. You know, there's me and my yearning for my wife, Sarah, who's played by Liv Tyler, and there's also the love scene between me and Ellen Page, and the love affair that kind of happens. But she basically forces herself on me. She weighs about 87 pounds. So that was very interesting, but that was a very challenging scene because, you know, it's part arousal and it's part comedy and it's part gruesome physicality, and there is something kind of sexy about superhero costumes. I mean, they're never frumpy. Superheroes are always, you know, they've got these chiseled bods and these crazy sexy costumes, and so it's a love scene unlike anything you've ever seen before. Next month, the movie Hesher comes out, which I did. That's with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Natalie Portman, and I play mostly a dramatic role in that one, and that's pretty cool. And I have a couple other irons in the fire, but nothing really specific right now that's coming out in the near future. Office is going on to season 8. I have another year in my contract, but we'll see how much longer they can sustain it. It's an interesting challenge to, you know, keep the TV show fresh and alive without Steve Carell in the lead. So we'll see what happens.